Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am here to talk about Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2 stars Amy Poehler, Io Edeberry from The Bear, and Maya Hawke from Stranger Things. In this movie, Riley is now growing up and she has made it to high school and she wants to be on the hockey team. She was one of the greatest hockey players in the history of her middle school. But now in high school, she has become enamored with a new player named Val. Val is a little faster than her, a little stronger than her, and quite frankly, a little bit better than her at everything Riley has done. This gives way to two new emotions: envy, played by Io Edeberry from the hit series The Bear, and Maya Hawke from the hit Netflix series Stranger Things. These two emotions make up envy and anxiety. Riley must be the best hockey player, so she becomes friends with Val in order to learn her technique. However, she learns to see Val as a person and they become friends. However, her anxiety is still going crazy. Will she get the best grades? Will she graduate high school and be able to go to college? And will she ever be as good as Val on the ice? Eventually, her anxiety goes crazy and talks to the other emotions and tells joy, disgust, and anger. Riley needs more sophisticated emotions, and she bottles them up. And anxiety and envy become friends and try to drive Riley's entire life. Unfortunately, that starts to drive her crazy, and all of the emotions must learn to work together. That's the plot of the movie, but what really sucks you in is the beautiful animation and the charismatic characters. One of my favorite scenes is when Riley's mom comes in to take Riley to hockey practice, and she says, "You're not ready yet?" And Riley goes, "I'm the worst!" She is not the worst player. She's the second best player. But Riley is so competitive that at first she feels if she can't beat Val, she's nothing, and she has no plans and no chance of making her college team. I really enjoyed the first one. It might be a top 10 animated film of mine of all time, and it's definitely a top Pixar film. The question is, did Inside Out 2 surpass the original? Dun, 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 dun. No. However, it was still very, very enjoyable. I love the new emotions. Another one of my favorite scenes is the ending scene. After the emotions are bottled up, they have to crawl through the tube. And one of my favorite scenes is when the anger emotion, who unfortunately doesn't get as much to do in this one, says, "Forget this!" And he starts hitting the tube with his little fist and tries to rage out of the tube. Joy and the other emotions must convince him you can't just use anger and aggression to solve every problem. They had to strategize. And that kind of talks to me a little bit. I struggle with anxiety and stress. So this was a good movie for me to remind myself that that's okay. And sometimes I've been angry. Like when I can't figure something out, I think if I shake it real hard or if I hit it, it'll work better. Generally, that does not give the desired results. But I really like this movie because I think it can help show kids and young adolescents that it's okay to feel your feelings, but you have to rein them in at some point. Another amazing scene is when anxiety takes over everything and pushes a lot of computers into the office and then just hits the emergency button on all of them. And you get a red siren that goes, "No, no, 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 no." And what that essentially just shuts Riley down. She makes a bad move in a game. Someone steals the puck from Val, so Riley clobbers her and gets put in the penalty box. Val has to convince her that it's okay to get angry, but she has to do it within the context of the rules. And this will also be an analogy for the rest of Riley's life. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to be in the penalty box, but you have to shake it off and try again. I don't think this movie is quite as good because I think some of the funny one-liners are so much better than the first one. However, I would definitely recommend going to see this. I'm going to give this movie an A-. My name's Josh Buck, and until next time, bye-bye.